Donald Trump has been palled with one legal case another, but if there is hope coming in for him, it will again be one of the legal victories he's found via the top court of the country. Supreme Court has decided to overrule that he was earlier excluded, remember, with regard to Colorado ballot, and with 3 victories for states in America that has come for Donald Trump, is there hope again for the former US president, and could he get a rerun chance? Take a look at this special report.
There's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say
a massive victory. Donald Trump overcomes one of the many legal threats ahead of the US elections later this year. The US Supreme Court has ruled that the former US president can't be kicked off the ballot over the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. The justices reversed Colorado's top court decision in December that Trump could not serve again as president under a constitutional provision that prohibits individuals from holding public office if they have to participate in an insurrection. The Colorado court had found that the former US president did incite his supporters to attack the US Capitol, while he sought to stop Congress from certifying Joe Biden's election victory. Trump hailed Monday's ruling as a big win for America.
Frankly, they worked very quickly on something that will be spoken about 100 years from now and 200 years from now. Extremely important. Essentially, you cannot take somebody out of a race because an opponent would like to have it that way. And it has nothing to do with the fact that it's the leading candidate, whether it was the leading candidate or a candidate that was well down on the totem pole. You cannot take somebody out of a race. The voters can take the person out of the race very quickly, but a court shouldn't be doing that, and the Supreme Court saw that very well.
The front-runner for the Republican nomination to challenge Biden again. His only remaining rival remains Nikki Haley, a former South Carolina governor. A swift end to a case against him that could have the huge implications for the 2024 election. Bureau Report, India Today.
This is very interesting, remember, because it did appear for a while that Donald Trump may not make it again to the presidential race, but he's definitely been pushing ahead, at least with the legal victory. This is a big boost. Let's try and get a perspective from America. Joining me, senior journalist, Indian origin, Rohit Sharma, based in Washington, D.C. right now, from where he's been tracking all the election updates. In just a few hours, Rohit, and first, of course, welcome to India Today. Thank you for joining in. It's going to be Super Tuesday. That's a big day, as much for Donald Trump as it will be for Nikki Haley and other candidates of other parties as well. But for Donald Trump, if we focus, do you think a day like Super Tuesday, and in the past what has happened is with regard to the legal victory, do you think he's got a boost in the re-election possibly for him as a president?
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I think a lot of his competitors in the Republican primaries were hoping that one of these courts probably would, hand a victory, right, to their competitors, or, come down heavily on Donald Trump. We haven't seen that. We've seen the Supreme Court come out and sort of delay one of the cases. Today they came out and said taking Donald Trump off of the ballot was wrong. So I think today, I mean, Super Tuesday that is, I think he will probably put the final nail in the coffin as far as nomination is concerned. He's definitely going to go and get it. We know Nikki Haley is still running in the hopes of that something might happen over the summer or fall, right? There could be a possibility of, replacing Donald Trump at the convention, which seems highly unlikely at this point in time. But I think, a year ago, if you'd asked a lot of Americans if they would actually see Donald Trump as nominee, they would have questioned that.
That's a very important point, because a year ago it appeared that with so many legal cases being piled against him, even with trying to shift out confidential papers, trying to incite violence or support it at the Capitol, there were big issues. But it appears, knowing Donald Trump, he's definitely been pushing with all his might possible.